Hey folks, Arian, Tyson here. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm heading back home to St. Louis. I'm on the highway traveling from Memphis, Tennessee. I've actually been in Memphis the last couple of days. My biggest dream became a reality 2 days ago. And being that today is Independence Day, I wanted to shoot this quick video because I was just listening to a mixtape by one of my mentors, and you know, being that today is Independence Day, normally when I hear the term independence, it means that you're breaking free from something. And so I want to ask you, what do you need to break free of in order for your dreams to come true? And let me be clear. As I stated, when I hear the term independence, it means to break free from something, to break free from something that had you in bondage. And one thing that I've noticed is that people are really bound by circumstances that they feel are beyond their control. But I'm coming to the realization that not only is life what we make it, but we have the power in us to break free from any type of bondage. It doesn't matter whether it's the bondage from a hurtful relationship, whether it's a spiritual bondage, a financial bondage, bondage from a job, bondage from our past. Does not matter. We have the ability, we have the power to break free from it because God put it there. And this week, 2 days ago, and I've been talking about it for months. If you've been following me on Facebook, you've been seeing me talk about it. I just left Memphis, and I went to Memphis with a purpose. I went to Memphis for a reason. I met my all-time favorite group. I met the group that has pretty much been responsible for writing a large part of the soundtrack to my life. I met all the members of New Edition. This has been a dream of mine that I've had since 1983, which ironically was the year I was born, which ironically was the year that they had their first single, Candy Girl. And since then, they have wrote the soundtrack to my life. They, along with the likes of Michael Jackson, a little bit of LL Cool J, a little bit of Boyz II Men, and a couple other people. But mainly those two, N.E. and M.J., really wrote the soundtrack to my life. And I met one of the members of New Edition back on November 30th of last year, Ronnie DeVoe. And I said to myself, if I can meet one of them, then there's no reason why I can't meet all six of them. And so, one thing that my mentor, Eric Thomas, reminded me is that you have to get to the point where the dream is no longer enough. The memory is what has to be made. And the dream was no longer enough for me. I had to make that memory. And so at the end of April, I ironically was going to Memphis for my first professional basketball game. And I had an opportunity to punch a ticket to go see New Edition, but also I had a chance to set myself up, to position myself for opportunity to meet them. And I gotta tell you, Wednesday night, I will not lie about it. There were tears that streamed down my face when I met them. And in the coming days, you will see the official picture that signifies that my biggest dream, that a childhood dream, has become a reality. But the reason that my childhood dream became a reality, it's not because I've been so good. It's not because I've done everything perfect. But it was because I refused to be bound by what people say cannot happen. I dared to dream big. I realized that I have seen many people experience phenomenal things, and they have been able to have their dreams become a reality. And I'm saying to myself, they're no better than me. I'm no better than them, and they're no better than me. And so if they can make their dreams happen, why can't I? And so not only was I able to meet them, all 6 of them, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny, but I was able to experience New Edition from the front row. I have never been to a front row concert. So clearly, if I'm going to go to my first front row concert, it would hopefully be for the music act that means the most to me. And that will be New Edition. And so it is a moment that I will never forget. And I took a ton of pictures, and I shot a ton of videos. And my body felt it afterwards. It felt it, because the day after the concert, all I did was lay around. And I am not a lazy person by any stretch of the imagination. I just laid around. And so I want to ask you, what do you need to break free of in order for your dreams to come true? Because my biggest dream has come true. Now people asking me, Arian, what are you going to do next? And I'm going to take the next couple of days, and I'm just going to let this sink in that I just met my all-time favorite group. Like, this is like surreal for me, because it's been a dream of mine for 31 years. Now it's no longer a dream. It happened. And if that could happen, then don't tell me what else can't happen. So now I got to dream even bigger. I'd have been to a front row concert. I have met my mentor, Eric Thomas. I have been to my first professional basketball game, which was a playoff game, which was an overtime game. All in 2014. And we're just past the 6-month mark of this year. Trust me, it's still more to come. Because I made a decision that I'm not going to be bound any longer by the past, by what people think, by people refusing to face their fears, by people refusing to understand the importance of punching fear in the face. I'm not going to live like that. That is not how we were designed, and that's not how I roll. And so you must understand that the memory can be made by you too, if you want it bad enough. And now I have a book to write, and I have more lives to impact. And I just thank God for helping me overcome my fears. But I'm also thankful for the people that he has placed in my life to tell me that, hey, you know what, Arian? You matter. No matter if the people that say they love you don't act like they love you. You know what? You matter. Your dreams matter. I had a chance to meet a young lady at the show who, like, we basically met each other through Facebook. And she actually stayed in the city where the concert was at. And so we met up, each had a front row ticket, just sat like a couple of seats down. And she came to me, knew who I was, came to me. And we both enjoyed the concert. And it was crazy because sitting in the front row, I sat next to 3 people, one of which knew I was from St. Louis because of my interaction in the New Edition Facebook groups, and because I was talking about how excited I am about this dream becoming a reality. And I didn't know the person. We Facebook friends now, but I didn't know the person, but they knew me. So it's like, you can't tell me that the biggest dreams don't come true. The biggest dreams will come true if you want it bad enough. Go get it. Make a decision and watch how the universe will conspire to work in your favor. I'm a living witness, and I'm telling you, I got a lot more dreams to accomplish. But the biggest one, the one that I had since 1983, I can chalk that up now. On to the next. We're making our dreams happen. We're imagining it. We're positioning ourselves. And we're making it happen. And if you're someone that wants to make it happen, feel free to reach out to me. Because I'm going to ask you, what is your biggest dream? Do you actually believe that you can accomplish it? Do you want it bad enough? What's stopping you? What has you bound? Because I believe that everyone that's watching this video has the ability and deserves for their biggest dream to become a reality. But I can't want it more than you want it. I wanted my dream, and I went for it. And after meeting one in November, I can say that November 30th, 2013, I met one of the members of New Edition for the first time. And July 2nd, 2014, less than a year later, I can officially say that I've met all the members of New Edition. And what's ironic is that Ronnie actually remembered me from coming to St. Louis. And I walked up to him, and I, shook all their hands, gave him love and everything. And he said, man, what's up, Playboy? Good to see you again. Do you know how that made me feel? I was already overwhelmed with emotion because of the fact that they didn't know what type of impact they had on me. And the fact that the one I met prior to that night actually remembered me. Man, you can't tell me nothing. You better make your dreams come true and stop shucking and jiving and stop playing it safe. So when you're ready to do that, come talk to me. Feel free to like, comment, and share this video, and dare to dream big. Talk to you later. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Peace and love.